Rebuilds are back here on the channel. Welcome back, guys. I know the videos have been a bit slow recently. I apologise for that. But yeah, we're back into it now. And like I said, the rebuilds are here on FC26. And for the first rebuild that we've done in a while, we're going to be doing Barca, as you can see on the screen. It just makes sense with the new season fastly approaching us here. The new season, it just makes sense to do it with Barca first, the rebuild here. I'll say a rebuild. Obviously, we're in a pretty good place under Hansi Flick, but obviously could be a little bit better in terms of like the Champions League. Now, we've already got some transfers, thanks to obviously some mods and that. They'll be linked in the description, obviously. But yeah, we've already got updated, well, as of recording today, an updated squad file, which obviously has Anthony Gordon, Adeyemi, a part of the team as well, which of course is absolutely fantastic. Two very good signings here in the wing positions. Of course, Gordon 25, Adeyemi 24. Quality depth to be able to back up the main Yamal and Rafinha as and when it's needed. Well, of course, I've got a lot of youngsters as well who would be looking to loan out, and of course, we need some incomings. And obviously, of course, the heaviest rumour is, of course, Julian Alvarez being heavily linked to us, but obviously, Atletico Madrid do not want to play a ball, so I'm a bit concerned as to whether that will actually go through. So you do have to look at alternatives. Now, of course, João Cancelo, we're looking to bring him back in, and that's pretty much a guarantee that he's going to be returning. But then, in terms of alternatives to Alvarez, there is Mikel Oyarzabal. There is also Eli Junior Krupi of Bournemouth, but apparently Bournemouth are not willing to sell him either. And yeah, we're kind of still pushing it all out for Alvarez. Whether that gets as far as it can, we don't know. Of course, we've been looking for improvements in the centre-back position as well, the defensive positions, and Aymeric Laporte has become one of the options, of course. Had a outstanding campaign for Spain in the World Cup, and of course, he's a World Cup winner now for Spain. So, and he was a big part of that. Him and Kubazi formed a very strong partnership, but yeah, I mean, Laporte, he would pretty much be like a low-cost option. It would be pretty similar to when we signed Inigo Martinez, but yeah, Bilbao would certainly not make that easy. And then one final option as an alternative to Alvarez, which I'm a bit surprised nobody wants to talk about, or he hasn't been linked more. You can see him on the screen now, Victor Osimhen. Now, yeah, I don't know why we aren't really linked that much with this guy, because he's a top quality striker. I know he's playing in the Turkish league, which I know quality-wise isn't exactly the greatest, but you could probably get him for a lot cheaper than what Atletico Madrid are asking for Alvarez in real life. And I would say that Osimhen has a more similar build to Lewandowski than what Alvarez does. Because Alvarez, I see him as more of like a second striker, whereas Osimhen, he's like a full-on poacher, full-on number 9 who can bag goals. But, I mean, we can see what happens with Alvarez, see if we can actually negotiate with Atletico Madrid in this rebuild, unlike in real life. But, yeah, those are the options that I'm planning on having a little look about with. But, yeah, obviously Cancelo, I'll be bringing him in permanently. And, of course, we'll be looking at getting some players out the door already. Speaking of players going out the door, we've got an offer here for Rooney Bargi, or Bardaggi, however you say his name, from Osasuna on a 2-year loan, which I am going to accept because, yeah, I mean, Rooney struggled to get game time last season, and that was before, obviously, we brought in the likes of Anthony Gordon and Karim Adeyemi, so he's going to struggle even more now to get game time, and he's a young player. He needs this to be able to, he needs game time to be able to develop into a better player. So yeah, hopefully a 2-year loan at Osasuna could do him the world of good. And yeah, hopefully we could start thinking about some incomings. First signing has been made. It took a long time, but we finally got there. João Cancelo, as you can see on the screen, has now returned on a permanent basis. He signed a 2-year contract here. And yeah, we had to put Casado on a swap deal with Al Hilal. I mean, he's been rumoured to go to Saudi anyway, Casado, so it makes sense to put him in this deal. We had to pay like 780,000 on top of Casado, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, looking at the wages, he's on a bit more than Danny Olmo, but that doesn't really matter. I don't know why they're comparing. But yeah, in terms of the transfer budget, though, I'm a bit worried, guys. Because as you can see, we've only got 38 million, and that's with, obviously, loaning some players out, with Sodanaki Pena as well. But yeah, we've only got 38 million, and let me tell you now, that is definitely not going to be anywhere near enough to be able to sign someone like Julian Alvarez or Osimhen. So, honestly, maybe Kroupy is an option. I mean, there could be a free agent, potentially. Maybe even Oyarzabal. Like, would Oyarzabal be a good option? But, like, I'd want a young striker, though, that's the thing. I want a young striker to be able to come in and, like, maybe, like, or someone of the quality of Alvarez, potentially, but I just don't think we're going to have the money in this first season. We've kind of used all the money on Gordon and, Adeyemi currently, so yeah, we're kind of in a bit of a sticky situation on that side of things. Oh, I forgot to mention De Jong. Of course, he's injured in real life, so I used the feature where you can put an injury on a player, and then yeah, right. Cancelo comes into the starting 11, of course, because yeah, he pretty much had that left back position all his in the second half of last season, ahead of Balde, which was quite crazy to think about, but it shows how good Cancelo was last season. In the second half of last season, so hopefully he can do something similar again. But yeah, as to other signings, I'm not so sure if we're going to be able to pull them off. Well, we might be able to get Kroupy, because having Kroupy under Ferran Torres wouldn't be too bad, and then maybe in, like, Season 2, we could bring in someone like Julian Alvarez. But for now, I feel like we're probably going to go with, like, a low-cost option, so to speak. So yeah, if we do get a striker in, then great. If we don't, then obviously it's not ideal, but I suppose obviously Adeyemi can play up front, Anthony Gordon can play up front as well. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. Right, we are on deadline day, and we've received a massive offer for Jules Koundé. It came in from Man United, and they've offered us 108.4 million for Koundé. Now, you're probably thinking, you're surely not going to accept this, right? But we've got to think, if we want to bring in a top quality striker like an Alvarez, we don't have the money. We only have 59 million, I'd say. And that is certainly not going to be enough for Alvarez. And Koundé, he's probably one of those players that you probably could sacrifice, especially considering he's just came off the back of a pretty poor season last time out. And then looking at the team as it is, Eric Garcia could cover it at right back. Of course, Cancelo could play there as well, which would then allow Balde to come in on the left. And of course, we have covering like Araujo, Joe Martin at centre-back as well. So, yeah, I think Koundé could honestly have to be a sacrifice player here. And I think I'm going to accept it. Accept the offer from Man United, 108.4. Of course, it's all up to whether they can agree a contract with Koundé now. But if they can, that'll be huge money. But of course, it wouldn't really be leaving us much time in terms of getting our transfers in. But of course, we'll have to see if the deal even goes through yet. We're into 7 hours now, and United are sure taking their time, that's for sure. Are they not gonna... How long do you want to take? Oh, ideas. I mean, there's still some loan deals coming through, but I'm keeping a hold of Tony Fernandez. Not letting him go anywhere. United, come on, man. We need you to hurry up and agree this deal if you want to go ahead with it. Because otherwise, we're in a bit of a pickle. Let's just put it that way. We're going to be in a bit of a pickle. Boniface rumoured to go to Villarreal. They're taking their time. What? Man United still haven't agreed the deal. What are you doing? Oh my god, it's not going to go through, is it? It's not going to go through. Oh, now it goes through. With 1 hour left. United have absolutely screwed us if it has. Wait, has it? It hasn't, by the looks of it. They must have not been able to agree a contract. Let's see. Squad hub. Koundé. Where is he? Interest shown by Man United. Oh. It's not here in the squad hub, but it's been a while since I've been on FC, or FIFA, so blame me. So, don't blame me, guys. They couldn't agree a contract. Oh, wow, Koundé really wants to prove himself, fair enough. So that means that Alvarez is not going to be coming in then. Nor is like sort of Osimhen or Oyarzabal. So, wow, it looks like we're not going to be getting a striker. But unless we put all our eggs into the Eli Jr. Kroupy basket, which we have the money for, and we've been left with only an hour to go. Maybe he could learn off of Ferran Torres. That could be a potential play. You know what? We're gonna go in. We're gonna go into Bournemouth and give them whatever they feel fit. Right, we'll start with 34 million, just under his market value. They want Araujo. Yeah, I don't think a Araujo rocking up at Bournemouth would make much sense. Marco Rose, come on, bro. Work with me here. Of course, they'd be going for a lot more in real life, Junior Croupy, but these are FIFA slash FC prices. They've agreed to the deal with the 101% selling clause. Absolutely! You can have that. Junior Croupy might be on the verge of joining us here, which would be huge. Sporadic role. I mean, he is only 79 rated, but he is only 20, so there's definitely time and room for him to grow. 5-year contract. Well, he wants a 3-year. Well, meet in the middle, 4-year contract. Come on. Of course, we have to have a release clause because that's mandatory in Spain. 95.4 million release clause. Of course, it'd be a lot bigger than that in real life if he was to join. I imagine he'll want a bit of a bump in wages since, of course, he is joining a club like us. 160,000 a week, and he's agreed to the deal. Eli Junior Croupy is going to be the future striker for us here. Well, unless we get Alvarez in like season 2. Of course, with this rebuild, the aim is to win the Champions League, and hopefully, it'll be about 5 seasons. I'm planning at maximum anyway, because yeah, this team should be good enough to win the Champions League. That's right, within like probably 2 or 3 seasons. Maybe even not even that, maybe 1 or 2 seasons. There we go. Eli Junior Croupy, the brand new Barca number 9, at least for this season anyway. But yeah, he can learn off of Ferran Torres, which sounds a bit weird saying that, but it is true. 36.5 million. He'd go for a lot more than that in real life. The rumours are that Bournemouth want 100 million for him. But yeah, welcome to the club, Junior Croupy. Of course, Alvarez we will keep an eye on because you never know in the future. Maybe Ferran Torres gets sold and then we could go in for Alvarez. And of course, Laporte, God knows what will happen there. But yeah, welcome into the club, Eli Junior Croupy. Of course, he's going to be Hamza, of course, is going to still have an opportunity to get game time here and there. But yeah, if Croupy can grow quite a lot, then we're in for a good time. But yeah, this is the team heading into season 1 here of this rebuild. It's looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. I thought Koundé might have gone to Man United, but they couldn't agree terms in the end, so he stays with us, which I'm more than happy with. I mean, of course, it would have been nice to get that 104 million or whatever it was. But, hey, well, at the end of the day, we've got what we needed to do. Maybe we could have improved a bit in the defence, but of course we did bring in Cancelo on a permanent, so there is that. But yeah, this team is more than good enough to be able to compete for all the trophies possible, especially when Frankie de Jong is back from his injury as well. But yep, I'll see you guys halfway through the season and see how we're getting on. Right, halfway through season 1, let's see where we are. We are currently 3rd in La Liga. That is not ideal. Atletico Madrid, top of the league with 41 points. They're unbeaten. What on earth is going on here? Atletico. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, Bilbao up in 2nd, so they're having a very good season. We're ahead of Real Madrid, who are just struggling kind of just as much as us. The draws are definitely the killer here. 100%. Although Atletico Madrid have more draws than us, but obviously they haven't been beat. So there is that. Of course, looking further down the table, it's kind of what you would expect, but fair play to Levante. They're kind of holding out their own currently. They're all holding out their own. Deportivo La Coruña doing very well with Aubameyang up front for them. Fair play. Spanish Super Cup, that's yet to be played, but obviously we're up against these lots. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then our competitions, Copa del Rey. We've got Atletico Madrid in the round of 16. That's going to be a tough one, that, 100%. And then in the Champions League, we are currently in the top 8, so at least there's that. Atletico Madrid are having one hell of a season. Oh, Alvarez, if he was in our ranks, then it would be so different, but I guess he's having an unreal season for them. But yeah, we're in the top 8 in the Champions League. That's all that matters, really. We're actually unbeaten still in the Champions League, so we'll take that. But yeah, in terms of the stats, who's having the best season, or most games, so to speak. The most games, Juan Garcia, as you would expect. 24 games to him, grown by 3 ratings up to an 89 overall. Not bad at all. Pedri up to a 91. Only got 1 assist, though. That's a bit disappointing. But yeah, Lamine Yamal up by 3 ratings to a 92 overall. 14 goals and 9 assists. Would have expected a bit more from Ferran Torres. Balde's been playing a lot. He's been playing more ahead of Cancelo. Interesting. Well, I guess they're kind of just interchanging with each other, so to speak. Gavi's got an injury currently. Araujo's actually been getting games. Krupi's got 18 games. What the heck's gone on with Rafinha? Only 17 games. What on earth's happened to Rafinha? That is bizarre. Maybe he had an injury early on, but yeah, Yamal, top goal scorer with 14 goals, as you would expect. Rafinha, despite the limited game time, still is the second highest goal scorer with 9. Yeah, there's not really, I mean, the goals are being spread out, but there's not really like a out-and-out goal scorer. Araujo must be getting quite a bit of game time, 21 games and 2 goals. I think Eric Garcia is injured currently, so there is that. Yeah, he's out injured. What's he injured with? Achilles tendon. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be why he's not getting Araujo's getting games. Rooney's doing all right on loan at Osasuna, gonna buy 2 ratings. Not bad at all for him. De Jong's getting back into the swing of things. Adeyemi's only played 12 games. Feel bad for him there. I hope has Gordon actually played 9 games and he's still hit the score. Oh god, Anthony Gordon's having a rough time. Mark Bernal hasn't played all season. He's down by 1 overall. He must have got an injury. He must have. Oh my dears, that is, yeah. Some of the stats are a bit worrying, but other stats, I mean, it is what it is. But if Rafinha has been injured, then why the hell has Anthony Gordon not been taking his place? That's a bit of a bizarre one, but whatever, I guess. I can put Frankie de Jong back in the starting 11 now, so quickly do that. Yep, de Jong goes back into the starting 11. Him and Pedri marking down the midfield, but yeah, it's looking alright, to be fair, the season so far, but clearly Atletico Madrid are the front runners in all the competitions currently. But yeah, I'll see you guys once we're at the end of Season 1, where hopefully we have at least 1 trophy to celebrate. And here we are, the end of the season is here. Have we been able to recover in La Liga, or have Atletico Madrid managed to hold on? We won! Yes! We've won La Liga once again. Wow, what a comeback. That is 95 points we finish on. 2 ahead of Atletico Madrid, who are on 93. Look at Real Madrid! Oh, Jose Mourinho's had an absolute stinker at Madrid. They finished 5th. Not even getting Champions League football. Oh, dear. It's all falling apart over there, even despite the fact that they brought in the likes of Cucurella, Diamande, Bernardo Silva, Dumfries. Oh, dear. But yeah, Bilbao finishing in 3rd, fair play to them. Real Sociedad in 4th. Osasuna with Rooney doing quite well, getting Conference League football. I mean, they're still actually yet to play, but yeah, they're not going to be able to catch Real Madrid. There's a 10-point gap. Looking at the rest of the league, Elche, Racing Club Santander, and Malaga go down. Levante survived by a point. That is pretty crazy, to be fair. Spanish Super Cup, we win that. Yes. Domestic double already, you love to see it. So yeah, we won that one. Beating Bilbao 1-0 and then beating Atletico Madrid 1-0. Dear me. And then the Copa del Rey. We've won the Copa del Rey. We've done the domestic treble. Oh my days. What a team we've assembled here. So round of 16, I know we had Atletico Madrid. We beat them on penalties after drawing 0-0. Dear me. Quarterfinals, we beat Getafe on penalties. Oh my days. Semi-final, we beat Real Sociedad in quite convincing fashion, 5-1 on aggregate, and then we beat Villarreal 3-2 in the final. Wow, mamma mia. The question is, where did we get in the Champions League? Let's have a look. Champions League. So if we go back to the league phase, we finished in 6th. Okay, so we finished in the top 8. Not bad at all. We did suffer a loss, though, which is a bit unfortunate, but Bayern Munich top in the proceedings. Not like it really matters because you just need to finish in the top 8. Real Madrid just about sneak in ahead of Napoli. But yeah, in the playoff rounds, obviously we weren't involved in that. Round of 16, we faced PSG, the holders, and we knocked them out in an absolute thriller. 5-4. Wow. That is pretty crazy. Looks like there was quite a few good games here. Bayern Munich, Man United, Real Madrid, Napoli, Sporting, Inter Milan. God, there's a lot of absolute thrillers here. In the quarterfinals, we faced Arsenal and absolutely demolished them. 5-2 on aggregate. Wow, that is... Look at what Real Madrid did to Bayern. 6-1. Oh my days. Liverpool knock out Man City in an all-English affair. Atletico Madrid carry on. In the semi-finals, we knocked out Atletico Madrid 4-2 on aggregate, and Liverpool knock out Real Madrid, so we're in a Champions League final up against Liverpool. And that, of course, that could be revenge for what happened in 2019, which, yeah, I as a Barca fan, obviously myself, I don't really want to be reminded of that year because that was horrible. But yeah, looking at who played the most games this season, of course, Juan Garcia, as you would expect, 60 games. Yamal up there as well. He's up to a 94. Oh, he's 19 and he's 94 rated. Oh my god. Gone up by +5. That's insane. Balde's played a hell of a lot of games, up to an 85. Koundé, 59 games. Same with Pedri, he's up to a 93. Fermin Lopez looks like he's had a very good season, up to an 86. Ferran Torres up to an 86. Cancelo's still had 58 games. So yeah, him and Balde must have been exchanging quite a lot. Araujo's played a lot of games, up to an 84. Rafinha, 53 games, up to his goals and that now, you like to see it. Gavi's up there, De Jong, Kubazi, looks like he's had a bit of an injury, so there is that. He's still doing 86 though, played 44 games. Krupi's had quite a bit of game time, up to an 81. Not too bad at all. Jar Martin's got the game time. Rooney's done well out on loan. Danny Olmo hasn't grew, unfortunately, but he is 29, so there is that. Eric Garcia's only played 20 games. Damn, that must have been one mad injury. Adeyemi only played 20 games, but he got himself a goal. And Anthony Gordon got himself a goal. We've only played 15 games. Fair enough, then. But yeah, Adeyemi's gone up by 2 overall, so at least there's that. Whereas Gordon's only gone up by +1 because of the limited game time. Mark Bernal's played 1 game this entire season. That is a bit disappointing. But in terms of goals, Lamine Yamal, 34 goals and 21 assists. Oh my lord. That is like, what? 55 goal contributions in 60 games? That is ridiculous. He played every game in La Liga as well. Mad. Rafinha's second top scorer. Then you got Fermin, joint with Ferran Torres. João Cancelo with 9 goals from left back. Fair play to him. Krupi with 8 goals in his debut season. Not bad at all, especially considering he was obviously behind Ferran Torres. Pedri, 7 goals, 8 assists. Not bad. Araujo's clearly been the main man at the back, which is I was not expecting, but here, I'm all happy for it. But yeah, Champions League final up against Liverpool. Can we seal this video within 1 season? I didn't think we'd do it in 1 season. I thought it would at least take 2 or 3 seasons, but can we beat Liverpool in this Champions League final? Here we are, the scene is set at Wembley, and I decided to play these matches now and the end of the rebuilds, guys. Well, we could end the rebuild here, but we'll have to wait and see. I did notice that Liverpool still had Salah, so clearly the mod can't do miracles, but I guess Salah can be on Liverpool for this, why not? But yeah, I also noticed that we had a few issues of our own. Balde was injured for this, and obviously Kubazi's just come back from his injury, so he's on the bench. But yeah, Balde injured, Araujo suspended, which, considering I would have liked to have played Araujo, considering he's had by the looks of it, he's had a very good campaign, but what can you do? There's not really much you can do, really. But yeah, here come Liverpool with Frimpong. Of course, he's going to be coming forward for them, just like Cancelo. He's going to be coming forward for us. Ekatike! Big save there from Juan Garcia. Very early on here, Liverpool causing some problems. Corner's whipped in, punched away by Juan Garcia. Just as well, because Van Dijk was there lurking. Yamal heads it away to Rafinha. Trying to come forward here, Rafinha. And to Ferran Torres, trying to get a counter-attack. Ferran plays it through for Rafinha. He's 1v1 with Alisson. Rafinha through on goal. Big save from Alisson there. Oh, I thought that was the moment, but I guess maybe we might just have to try and hit Liverpool on as many counter-attacks as we can. We have got a throw-in. Fermin Lopez. He kind of needs some options, though. De Jong. Give him some options, people. Rafinha. And then João Cancelo. Of course, Cancelo's used to playing against Liverpool after his days at Man City. Pedri. De Jong. Oh, Varane. He went a bit too far forward. He went a bit too far forward, unfortunately. Koundé wins it back, though, nicely. Fermin. Into Pedri. Come on, man. We need some runs. There's just not many runs happening. Varane. Dropping quite deep. Pedri. Rafinha. Dinking it over for João Cancelo. Got a bit of space. João Cancelo tracking back. Cancelo. Ferran Torres. Varane with a shot. forcing the save of Alisson yet again. Oh my god, he's kept the corner flag, stopped him from going out for a corner. Oh my days, that's just infuriating. Firmin, De Jong, Varane, starting to force the issue now, Liverpool, but they're defending very well, to be fair to them. Of course, whenever they've had to, they're called upon Alisson. Here's Rafinha though, good press from Pedri initially to win the ball back. Cancelo, a lot of joys going on this left-hand side. Rafinha, Yamal, oh, couldn't get the shot off of Firmino. Could not get the shot off of him there. Now Liverpool trying to come forward themselves. Got to be careful, of course, they'll be trying to hit us on the counter-attack just as much as we're trying to hit them on counters. Here's Mohamed Salah. Really shouldn't be there, but good tackle from Gerard Martin. Now we're on the counter. Firmin. No, Frimpong loves to go forward, so that leaves space for Rafinha to capitalise. Rafinha, oh, tried squaring it for Varane for a tap-in. Oh, wrong decision there. Probably maybe should have gone a little bit longer and then try to cut it back, but it is what it is. But now here's Salah for Liverpool. Oh, I thought I could nick it there with Gerard Martin, but unfortunately not. Salah with a shot from distance. Easy catch as Juan Garcia. This Champions League final starting to spice up a bit. Now let's hope that a goal can come. Rafinha just on the edge of the box finds Ferran Torres. He needs some support though. Ferran into Koundé. Gonna try the cross. Koundé. Oh, I think it took a deflection. Allowed it to go into the hands of Alisson there. Yeah, it's one hell of a battle, this. Good interception there from Frankie de Jong. We're heading towards half-time, and it's pretty tight as Rafinha kept himself on. He hasn't. Looks like we're going to be heading into half-time here at 0-0. Battle of two historic teams, and of course, we know we want our revenge on Liverpool. But of course, they aren't going to really make it as easy as that either. They're here for a reason, and of course, they're showing exactly why. Because both teams' defences have been on point so far. The question is, who is going to get the breakthrough? Here's Ekitike trying to come forward for Liverpool. And it's Salah. Yes, Gerard Martin, he's had a superb performance at the back. And there we go, that's half-time here at 0-0. Both defences have been on top currently. But hopefully, we can find a breakthrough in this second half. Koundé in the second half, again, terrible cross straight at Alisson. Really annoying stuff from Koundé. I mean, I know he's not the best at going forward. You got to remember he is naturally a centre-back, but still. João Cancelo has the shot from range. Just reminding Alisson that we can shoot from distance. We can shoot from distance. Just having a making sure he remembers that. Making sure he remembers. But yeah, Liverpool. It honestly feels like it's going to take an absolute screamer in order to beat one of these goalkeepers. Good defending there. Both teams, again, showing that they're absolutely more solid defensively than going forward so far. Here's Gravenberch for Liverpool. And Ekitike. Got to be careful here. Petri's trying to win a ball back, but hasn't gone to plan. Florian Wirtz had a free header, but easy for Juan Garcia. That. The headering is not exactly part of Florian Wirtz's game. There's Yamal trying to get on a quick counter. De Jong and at Ferran. Oh man, I didn't expect it to get to Ferran. I wanted it to go to Firmin initially. It is what it is. And now Liverpool coming forward once again. Gravenberch, Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz here. Still got the ball. Wirtz. Gravenberch. Good interception. Gerard Martin. Now we're on the counter. Rafinha. Come on, man. He needs some runs. Help him out. Firmin Lopez. Manages to kick the ball. And a Koundé. Well, let's see we've allowed Liverpool to get back now, because there's barely any attacking runs there. Pedri, Rafinha, finds João Cancelo. João Cancelo has the shot! Oh, I thought it was in. Oh, I thought Cancelo had scored there, but unfortunately not. Like, Liverpool making changes. Moussa Diaby, they've signed him, so yeah, he's on for Cody Gakpo. Make a few changes of our own as well. I bring on Danny Olmo. Krupi can have a game. And, oh, Cancelo's getting tired, but we don't really have that many other options. I'm just going to have to go with Kabazi and just put Gerard Martin at left back. And hope for the best, really. We could potentially bring on... You know what? No. I feel like bringing on Adeyemi. With his pace. Yeah, I'm going to bring on Adeyemi up front. Adeyemi up front. And then hopefully we can see what comes from here. There's the Yamal on the right-hand side, just trying to look for some options. He's going to cross it in towards Adeyemi. Oh, saved by Alisson. Dear me. We're still forcing the issue, but Liverpool continue to hold firm at the back. And now Moussa Diaby driving forward here. Of course, his fresh legs up against Koundé, which is not ideal for him. Good defensive work there from Koundé. We can't bring Lamine Yamal off in a Champions League final. That'd just be insane. Yeah, Isak has now come on for Salah here. Well, Yamal's trying to defend that there, but hasn't been able to get the ball. Yes, he's got the ball now, and now he can go on the counter-attack. Lamine Yamal driving forward. He needs some support, though. Yamal goes back to Dani Olmo. You can see the space for Rafinha, but Frimpong. He was in the right place at the right time, Frimpong, unfortunately. That is pretty unfortunate. Now here comes Isak. Of course, now Liverpool have Isak and Ekitike on the pitch. So, 2 strikers now, Iraola's gone with. 85 minutes in. If anybody was to score now, that would be the winner. Adeyemi into Koundé. Oh, come on, man. Wait. Where are the runs? Desperation. Well, maybe not desperation, but the eagerness to go forward. It just hasn't been there. Joe Martin. Oh my days, imagine. Joe Martin! Oh, saved. I probably could have squared it to Adeyemi, to be fair, but it is what it is. Right, corner here. Going to play this short to Adeyemi. Adeyemi. Look for some options. You know what? I'm just going to have the shot. Adeyemi shoots! Deflected. We're going to be going to extra time here in this Champions League final. And indeed we are. Extra time here. 0-0 in the 90 minutes. Both teams' defences have been rock solid. And now we have to go to extra time. This is proving to be an absolute battle. Getting on a counter-attack here. Olmo into Rafinha. Frimpong's committed forward, so there's a lot of space. Rafinha, Adeyemi's free in the box. Adeyemi, what a finish from Karim Adeyemi on his left foot. What a time to get your first goal in the Champions League of the season. Karim Adeyemi might have just won us the Champions League here at Wembley once again. Look at Juan Garcia, he's absolutely buzzing. Oh, Barca fans in the Wembley stands are absolutely buzzing as well. Frimpong committed too far forward and allowed Rafinha all the space in the world. And then, yeah, the gaps left, right and centre in Liverpool's defence. Adeyemi completely free in the box, and he smashes it into the back of the net. Alisson couldn't do anything about that one. And Karim Adeyemi, we only signed him for 22 million plus like 7 million in add-ons. And what a bargain that is, I feel like, in real life. And yeah, now, in this rebuild, he may have just won us the Champions League, as Gavi has come on for Frankie de Jong here in extra time. We know Liverpool, they can easily come back when it looks like they're down and out. Here's Ekitike. Ekitike, good tackle there, Kubazi. He's been good coming off the bench, even despite the fact he's just recently come back from injury. Olmo into Adeyemi. God, Joe Gomez must be sick of his life. I'm going to put Adeyemi's pace. Adeyemi, still going. Adeyemi! Oh, off the post. Oh, that could have been it. Adeyemi is torturing Liverpool's back line. Oh my days, we're half-time of extra time, 1-0 up, courtesy of Adeyemi. He is torturing that Liverpool backline, has to be said. You know what, let's torture them even more. Gordon can come on for Yamal here, put Rafinha on the right, Gordon on the left. Even more fresh legs up against this tyrant Liverpool backline. I tell you what, it's going to be something this. Well, Liverpool boot it out, nice one. I still can't believe we could potentially do all this rebuild in one season. Olmo's apparently injured. That's not great to see, but okay. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But yeah, Joe Martin, he's been very solid as well, to be fair. Gordon into Olmo. Finds Joe Martin again. Anthony Gordon, the former Everton player. Anthony Gordon scored, and he's surely sealed the Champions League here at Wembley Stadium. The Englishman in his home country. Home Champions League final for him. And again, it's the signings that Barca have brought in real life that have produced here in this Champions League final. Adeyemi and Anthony Gordon may have just made themselves heroes here. Unbelievable stuff. Of course, like I just said, the former Evertonian Anthony Gordon scores past Liverpool in a Champions League final. What a finish as well from Gordon, off the bench as well. And yeah, we all thought it would be the Lamine Yamal show after looking at those stats. But nope, it has been the Adeyemi and Anthony Gordon show. Absolutely unbelievable scenes here as we look like we're on course to win the Champions League title here. The first time in over 10 years since we last won the Champions League. And it looks like it's on course here, but Liverpool Could force an issue if they get one back now. It could be squeaky bum time. Good block there from Kabazi. Curtis Jones. Careful here. Yes, Jar Martin. Good stuff there. Like Gordon. Again, this Liverpool backline must just be sick of its life. But why did they give the offside now? Ref, we were on the counter! Oh, bro. We could have potentially been on a counter-attack, but it doesn't really matter. The time is ticking away, and we are on course to be winning the Champions League final here in Season 1. Well, I say Season 1 of this rebuild. Absolutely unbelievable. Be done and dusted in the first season of a rebuild. Unbelievable. Adeyemi, could he get another goal? Joe Gomez somewhat deals with it. Headed away. Ref! Yes! We have won the Champions League final here. It took extra time, but we have won the Champions League final 2-0 against Liverpool. We have won every trophy there is to win in the first season of this rebuild. Absolutely unbelievable. And you couldn't have written a better story. Adeyemi and Anthony Gordon, the goal scorers, the two men that have been brought in real life, have won us the Champions League here in this first season of this rebuild. Absolutely unbelievable scenes here. It genuinely is. I mean, if this happened in real life, I would be absolutely, well, over the moon for one, and just be jumping for joy. But yeah, to win it all in the first season, unbelievable. Like I said, I thought this would take at least 2 or 3 seasons, but to do it all in Season 1, absolutely unbelievable. As we're about to see El Capitan Rafinha lift the Champions League trophy here at Wembley Stadium. Oh, hey! Rafinha lifts that Champions League trophy up in the air with absolute joy. Of course, he got the assist for Adeyemi's goal, which of course he would be very happy about. But yeah, we win the Champions League here. We win it all, actually, in this rebuild in Season 1. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And if you've enjoyed this rebuild, feel free to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, all the links to the mods that were used in this video in terms of like the kits and stuff and faces, they'll be linked in the description below as well. Thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all next time.